Sophie Sierra and Rob Warne from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, are one of the hottest couples in the 90 Day Fiancé universe right now. And here's looking at how it all began and whether they are still together in 2024. Sophie from the UK was wealthy thanks to a rich grandfather, even though she didn't know what he did for a living. She grew up in Spain and attended private schools while going on exotic vacations, while Rob from Los Angeles was a self-made man who came from humble beginnings. Sophie and Rob's love story started with social media, and that's also what created most of their relationship problems. They got a chance to document their story on 2 shows so far, and have reportedly also filmed a 3rd spin-off a few months back. Is It 90 Day? The Single Life Season 5 that Sophie and Rob will be seen on next. Their storyline is twisted but has surprisingly taken a happy turn for now. Sophie and Rob's modern romance began on Instagram. Sophie came from money and worked as a social media influencer, and while Sophie had lived a glamorous life, she'd also dealt with a lot of tough experiences. She was bullied a lot in school for being mixed race. She was the only mixed-race child in the entire school and didn't have any friends. Even though she went through a lot of difficult things, Sophie is thankful for them because they led to her being the person she is today, and also led her to the love of her life. Sophie followed several Instagram pages about cute mixed-race guys. She came across Rob on one of the pages, and he was the only guy on the page she followed just because she thought he was so cute. Rob was used to getting a lot of women DMing him when he worked as a model, but when Sophie followed him, he was smitten. The first thing he told her was, "If I had a girl like you, I'd stop looking." He then called her on FaceTime. That FaceTime lasted for 8 hours and bonded over their childhood experiences with racism. When Sophie and Rob chatted, there were never any silences. They came from different backgrounds, but they felt a connection that they hadn't found anywhere else. 6 months later, Sophie came to Los Angeles. She stayed there with him for 2 months. Both felt that they were comfortable living with each other during the 2 months. Sophie had heard of the K-1 visa and put the idea into Rob's head. When Sophie went back to the UK, Rob happened to exchange naughty messages with an anonymous Instagram account. Sophie found out and never trusted Rob ever again. After Sophie moved to the US on 90 Day Fiancé Season 10, she went through Rob's phone and saw he was receiving disgusting videos from women on Snapchat. Rob confronted Sophie about his friends spotting her on a dating app. She said she was on it to make friends, but also confessed that she was bisexual. Sophie's mom tried to sabotage the wedding, and Sophie also didn't like that Rob's house didn't have a bathroom inside. While it looked like Sophie could go back to London, the couple got married in a beautiful beach wedding. Rob and Sophie were cast in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8. Their first episode of the season itself was shocking, as the couple revealed they'd already separated. They moved to Austin, Texas when they got married and started living there with Rob's pet dog and his pet tarantulas. Sophie still had Rob's online cheating scandal on her mind. Her intuition led to her going through Rob's phone, and she came to know it was not one but multiple women that Rob had cheated on her with. Rob insisted he'd never cheated on Sophie in person. Sophie was also tracking his location on his phone. However, Rob had betrayed her trust and Sophie felt it was the right decision to move out. Sophie was living in her friend Kay's house when they filmed the spin-off. According to In Touch, Sophie and Rob separated in May 2023. Their efforts to move back in together were a part of the show's storyline. The cameras followed Rob to his hometown in August 2023, where he celebrated his birthday without Sophie. In the latest episode, Rob decided to break up with Sophie after his repeated efforts to reconcile. Despite their painful breakup scene, Rob and Sophie kept trying to fix their marriage. The report had mentioned that they were going to file for divorce, but hadn't officially filed because the show was still going on. Sophie and Rob haven't been confirmed as cast members for 90 Day. The Last Resort Season 2 so far, but have been spotted on location at a resort in Arizona where filming took place in April 2024. They were reportedly accompanied by co-stars Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo, Julia Trubkina and Brandon Gibbs, Ariella Weinberg and Beniam Shiver, etc. Sophie was posting photos from the said resort on her Instagram while she was filming, but surely did not disclose the location. On Easter 2024, both Rob and Sophie had similar photos from the resort on their IG pages, as revealed by 90 Day Fiancé Update. Meanwhile, Shabuti also posted a video on X, allegedly recorded by an Arizona-based viewer, which showed Rob and Sophie on a brew bike in Scottsdale, along with some other cast members. Interestingly, it looks like couples therapy is what Sophie and Rob had needed all along. Although the In Touch report claimed that Rob and Sophie had split, and Rob had seemingly hinted at having a new girlfriend after a mystery woman appeared on his Instagram stories, it looks like Rob and Sophie have given their marriage another chance. In June 2024, Reddit user Even Preference 6545 excitedly told fellow fans about Rob and Sophie getting photographed together in Disneyland. They shared a screenshot from a Facebook group called Disneyland Annual Passholders Group, which showed a fan posing with Rob and Sophie. The photo was recent, and Sophie's dark hair confirmed it, thus revealing her current relationship status. Sophie and Rob were on a date, and there's no denying it. Another Reddit user cow_dyke also shared a sneaky picture clicked at Disneyland showing Rob and Sophie together. The couple was not accompanied by anyone else and didn't seem to have a filming crew in tow, suggesting they were there on a date. Rob has recently revealed that he's moved back to Los Angeles and has an interest in trying acting and modeling again. 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Sophie could have moved to California with Rob, even if it meant parting ways with her friend Kev.